Simple ingredients, so easy to make, yet packed full of flavor. Coming right up. What's up guys, it is Chains Eats and I'm back with another video. Now today I wanted to show you a quick stir fry recipe using some pork. I've got some leftover pork from the other day, so I've just cut my pork up into some nice bite-sized pieces and we're going to marinate this pork first. So I'm going to show you how you can quickly marinate this pork. It's going to taste absolutely delish. Alright, so I've got my pork all cut into pieces, so I'm just going to marinate our pork, and I'm just going to add some Shaoxing wine to our pork here. I've got some light soy sauce. I've got some sesame oil adding in. That's going to give us a nice nutty flavour. I've also got a little bit of water I'm just adding to our marinade, and I've got some cooking oil as well. Now this is going to help with keeping our pork nice and moist. Moist, don't you love that word? Moist. I've also got some salt, got some white pepper adding in there. I've got some corn starch. Now this corn starch is just going to help with the tenderizing process for our pork. So I'm just adding about a teaspoon of that into our marinade, and finally I've just got just a little bit of sugar there, and you want to just give this a really good mix. Alright guys, so you want to let your pork marinate for at least an hour, 2 hours. A lot better if you let your pork marinate overnight, but if you are short for time, 1 hour will do just fine. Pop that into the fridge.
One eternity later.
Alright, this is our pork. Let's take a look at this. Looking alright. That should be pretty much all good. So I just want to show you the veggies that I'm going to be adding to my stir fry today. These veggies I picked up from my Asian grocer. So I've got our choy sum here that I'm just going to trim the ends, and I'm just going to cut just the stem part of our choy sum, and I'm going to just cut those through to about half size. So now a lot of the flavor is within the stems of our coriander, so again just cut off the ends, and I'm going to use the stems to cook, and just roughly chop those just like that. And we've also got our spring onion, and I'm just going to just cut these diagonally and add these to our stir fry as well. And I've also got our king oyster mushrooms here, and I'm just going to cut these into slices. Alright guys, so I've got one whole onion that I need to dice up into small pieces. A good way to do this is to peel your onion and cut the top off, leaving the root part intact. What you want to do is just cut that in half. Okay, and you're left with two halves, right? So you want to, not all the way, but just slice through your onion, just so that it's still attached, right? So slice that all the way through. Then you want to just cut halfway through your onion there, just not quite all the way through, just almost to the end there, and then that will keep the onion nice firmly held together while you start to finely cut your onion like that. So that's a good way to cut your onion into small pieces. So guys, we're going to start off by cooking our pork. So we're going to add in our pork. So we're going to stir fry our pork until it's 50% cooked. Then we're going to remove it from the heat and put this to one side, and we're going to cook our veggies. Alright guys, so I'm pretty happy with our pork at the moment. So I'm going to remove it from the heat. Alright guys, so we've got our pan back on the heat, and I'm going to add in a little bit of oil. And we're going to hit our pan with our onions first. And now just give our onions a good stir fry for a minute or so. Alright, now we can add in our garlic. In goes our garlic. Okay, gonna hit our pan with our coriander stems. Now this is going to add a really nice fragrance and flavour to our dish. Okay, I'm going to add in our chopped choy sum. In that goes. And we're just going to cook this for a few minutes. Alright, so we're going to add in our mushrooms now. In goes our mushroom. Now, if you're not a fan of mushrooms, you can substitute the mushrooms for sliced zucchini or carrots, pretty much any other type of veggie that you like to use. I love mushrooms, so I do like mushrooms in my stir fry. Alright, so that is looking pretty good. We want to now add back in our pork. So in goes our pork. Woo-wee! Now, look at all that coming together. Oh, that's looking pretty delish. Alright, in goes our chopped up spring onion. So I'm just adding in some salt, just a little bit there with some cracked pepper. Now I've got some oyster sauce that I'm just going to add in. Just about a teaspoon and a half to do it. A little bit of soy sauce, and just give that a mix. And the last ingredient that I'm going to add in, just to give a bit of freshness, just before we serve, and that is some chopped up coriander leaves. So just sprinkle in some of that. Give it a final toss. Alright guys, and that bad boy is ready to dish. Look at that guys. Nice stir fry pork with choy sum, king oyster mushrooms. That is looking pretty good. Guys, this is my stir fry pork with choy sum and king oyster mushroom. Now that is looking pretty delish guys. Easy. That is not a bad stir fry pork dish. Super tasty. That pork is nice and tender, and because I added in that corn starch, it has helped with the tenderizing of our pork. So it's good to marinate your pork for at least 1 hour to 2 hours. Even overnight is a lot better, but like I say, if you're short of time, an hour will do the trick this pork is still super tender. Make sure to check out this recipe, guys. I've linked below in the description box the ingredients. Super easy. It doesn't take long, a few minutes, and it is a quick meal that you've made if you're short of time. But the most important thing of all is it is super delish, super tasty, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this dish. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, and if you like this recipe, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for supporting my channel, and to all my recent subscribers, I do appreciate you guys watching my videos and helping me grow my channel. That is all here on James Eats, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.